Happy Sunday. It is 12:46 p.m. I am home from my conference. It's 94 degrees and I have a lot to do because I've been gone for almost a week, it seems. I have a lot to do in the garden. Oliver helped me, but he went to his dad's house Saturday. And it's the end of the month, so that means bulk trash is coming. So I need to get all my weeding, all that stuff, clean up the backyard, put stuff in the front yard. In fact, I called Oliver and I said, I just want to see if you're coming home today so I know if I should cook dinner. I'm thinking about cooking some steak and some lobster. He's like, oh, yeah, I'll be home. I said, great, because it's the end of the month and we need to clean up the backyard and put everything in the front. Then he said he may not be able to come. He'll be here. He's a good helper. But on the way home, there was so much traffic coming from San Antonio, and we stopped at Buc-ee's, and Bucky was actually there taking pictures. So I got in line to take a picture too, until I realized I was the only adult in line. So I guess I was shamed out of line. But I'm gonna show you the picture I took, my selfie, almost selfie with Bucky. Let me show you. So yeah, so I guess adults weren't supposed to take the picture. I think we should all be able. I don't like that type of discrimination. Okay, so I've gone ahead and done a preliminary check of the garden. Everything looks well, but I've noticed that the hens have figured out how to eat my vegetables through the netting. So I need to put a plastic barrier around because they've eaten all the squash leaves, all the viney things that were coming through the netting. So that's on me. I should have figured that out. Also, Oliver, I think I've mentioned before, Oliver loves to eat the eggs that the hens lay, but he will not touch them. He has this thing about the eggs, of course, where they come out. I call it butt fruit. They're delicious. But let me show you all the eggs that were here. Unfortunately, fresh eggs can stay out for a minute, so I believe they'll be safe to eat because I'm going to eat them. But let me show you these eggs, all these eggs.
All right, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16. So that's since Wednesday. Not too bad.
Yes, and I was able to harvest a lot of strawberries and they were delicious. I actually ate those right now with the rest of my matcha from Starbucks. I need to get some caffeine so I can get to work because I'm tired. It was a long ride, but it's time to work. So I'm going to harvest, I'm going to weed, I'm going to build additional barriers. I need to trellis some things, clean out the backyard, and then still cook the steak and lobster for Oliver. All right, so I'll show you some things as I see them. But it's going to be a busy day, but it's going to be a great day. It's wonderful to be home. Happy Sunday, and thank you for coming back to my backyard garden.
This is my first strawberry harvest since the incident. I'm going to put the video I recorded earlier this week where I discovered something horrible with my strawberries. But look at how they're spreading, and these are so delicious, sweet, deliciously sweet. You see all the eggshells down there and coffee grinds? They work really well to keep pests away.
Oh, and I forgot, I'm going to take the chickens out, the babies out. I'm trying to get them used to, both of them get used to each other so that way they can start. So there won't be such a big transition when they go outside for good. They are, I believe, 8 weeks now. So another 2 to 4 weeks, they'll be big enough to be able to go out and deal with the big ladies. I'm ready to go out because they are stinking. Oliver and I put 2 tents together so they have a nice area. And I think I have one more tent. I'm probably going to add that to make it even bigger because they're getting big and they don't have a lot of space. And it's not safe for them to go out. So they stink. All right, let me get to work. All right, I'm having a seat because I was putting my hand into the tomatoes to harvest and something bit me. So I'm numb here. So I'm going to wait and see what happens. But I'm going to show you what I've harvested. First, surprisingly, I found a turnip. I was wondering what this was. So this is left over from my winter. Ouch, that's starting to hurt more. That's left over from my winter garden. So I have an itty bitty turnip. You see the leaves are all eaten through because this is not the season for turnips. I also harvested a couple of handfuls of tomatoes. I'm going to show you the tomatillos are coming through, and my cilantro is coming through too. So I need more than this so I can make my salsa verde. But I have 2 handfuls of tomatoes, and I have a lot of eggs. So I'm tired now. I'm gonna go shower, rest, and then get ready for dinner. And watch this bite. The whole top of my hand is numb. I know that I have spiders back here, and all of the gardening people told me the spiders I've been showing them are non-poisonous, so we'll see. All right, it's been a good gardening day. I'm headed inside, but look at the zinnia. These actually grew on their own. I did not plant these. So I believe it's in this over here. I think it's stuff that was left over from last year, because I let my things go to seed to help feed the insects and such. So I'm gonna cut some of these and give them to the ladies. I plan to let all these go to seed again so they come back next year. Aren't they beautiful? Look at that, something's eating that. What is that? Is it something that's gonna bite me? It's really into, where is it? There it is. It's really into the nectar from that plant. I don't know what it is. I can't even know if you can see that. Yes, there it is. It's face first, all in. I am at a point where I'm about to go in. I've been out here now for about 3 hours and I'm dizzy. I wanted to show you how sunlight affects the garden. So I have this tree here that's my neighbor's tree. I usually cut it so that way I have sun coming into my garden. But this year I decided to keep it so that the hens could have a place to be cool because it's nice and shaded. What that means though is that my sun-loving plants, which I have a lot of squash over here and eggplant, they're having a difficult time. So next year I'm gonna have to reconfigure my garden. I have some corn here too that's much shorter than the corn that's over here in the sun. I also have cucumbers here that I've been harvesting. This is squash, melon, and corn. I'm putting this netting here over this netting because you see the hens have been eating the squash through the netting. And so that's affecting that. And I have green beans here. But let me show you the sugar babies. Sugar babies are a miniature melon. And because I don't have the room to grow the giant ones I had last year, I'm growing these sugar babies. There's one there. Here's one here. I have another one here. And it's not ready yet. It's going to continue to grow. You know it's ready because the tendrils start turning brown, but it needs more heat. So I'm going to let it hopefully keep cooking. I may actually have to cut this part. So see, the sun is back there. I need some sun. I came out to put the chickens away and I forgot how beautiful it is out here. Plus I've added more lights. Let me show you. This is my secret garden. There's my bench over there. I'm a Delta, so I have a lot of elephants. Let me go show you. This is my favorite. Isn't it pretty? Since the spotlight came on, the other lights came off. I have a cross right here. I love wind chimes. They had a solar wind chime. Here's another elephant. That's the rest of the garden. Those lights reflect the pattern on the ground. It's just pretty.